My name is Ed Moak, and I'm Vice President of Product Operations for Index Engines. The Chalk Talk I want to talk to you about today is about profiling user shares, and really the ability to reclaim that valuable storage and capacity across your IT environment. So profiling user shares, the common complaint we hear today from our prospective customers is that storage costs and requirements for storage continue to grow year after year after year, really impacting IT budgets and overall storage capacity across the enterprise network. We hear that shares are clogged, mostly with non-business related files. These could be iTunes directories for users' music files, movies, videos, non-business related data. Data is often old and hasn't been accessed in years. Much of the data may even be created by ex-employees, and a lot of the data even violates corporate IT policies. The Index Engines data profiling solution allows the users to be able to index those user shares in a very fast and efficient manner, be able to generate a set of custom data reports, profiling reports for that data, and allows the users to understand the information that's on their shares, classify that content, and prepare that data for disposition. Let me talk about the key benefits of the Index Engine solution. The solution is the ability to support large capacity servers. Not only can we index at the desktop, laptop level, but with our Indexing Engines technologies, we allow you to effectively and fast index those large NAS servers across your network, whether they be NDMP, CIFS, or NFS export. We have a high-speed indexing at up to 1 terabyte an hour, depending upon the servers that you're indexing. We provide a powerful custom reporting capabilities utilizing the search capabilities with the Index Engines. We allow you, the user, to customize the type of reporting you need for your business, whether it's at the global IT level, at the business level, or even at the department level. Our solution integrates with Active Directory, allowing you to create searches, create data profiles for Active Directory domains and user groups. We have a multi-level indexing capability. So not only can we index and profile data at the metadata level, but we can do content level indexing as well, allowing the users to do PII type audits across their data. The solution is able to be deployed very rapidly, and implementation and allow you to produce reports in a matter of hours. The implementation is really a 3-step process. The first step being the installation and configuration of the solution, which takes generally anywhere from 30 to 45 minutes once the appliance is racked in the IT environment. The creation of the LAN indexing job takes about a minute or two to be able to create that job and start that job, the indexing job across the network. The indexing, depending upon the type of server you're indexing or the amount of data you're indexing, can be anywhere from minutes to a couple of hours to be able to index a good amount of data. At the conclusion of that indexing, you're able to then create those custom reports and display summary reports of that data, as well as detailed results reports of that data. So what we want to do now is take you through that 3-step process on the actual Index Engines appliance. Thanks. And
okay, let me go through those 3 steps that we just went through on the implementation and generation of profiling user shares. First thing I want to do is log into my system once I've got it installed and configured to the network. The first step is to connect up to Active Directory. Just a simple act of being able to pointing at the Active Directory, giving it a domain name and username and password. So enabling Active Directory, providing the domain, and giving it the appropriate credentials for that Active Directory. Submitting that request and establishing that connection to Active Directory. What this will do, this will resolve the file names to the actual owners within Active Directory once the indexing is complete. The second step of the process, as I mentioned, is to create that LAN indexing job and start that indexing process. A very simple step, going over to our LAN indexer, our process data page, and starting out with the job wizard. Four-step process of going ahead and creating and starting that job. So by clicking on the job wizard, I can point to the host that I want to index, being able to select that host. If I wanted to, I could select an IP address or address ranges of that specific host so that I can index multiple servers with the same job. In this case, I'm going to select the host. Hit next. It's going to go out and check that host and find the available, do share discovery and find the available shares for indexing. I can either select the entire host and all the shares under that host for indexing, or I can go ahead and select a single host or a single share to actually index. So I'll go here and select a specific share for indexing. Hit the next button. It'll actually go out and check to make sure that I can mount and access that specific share on the network. And now I can create that LAN indexing job by giving it a job name, LAN test job, selecting whether I want to, what type of job I want to run, whether I want to run an incremental indexing job or a full indexing job. Incremental meaning indexing only those files that are new and changed since the last time I indexed. In this case, I'm going to select full indexing. And if I wanted to, I could select and set up a schedule for that LAN indexing job as well. Being able to schedule it on a daily basis, a weekly basis, a monthly basis, setting up a schedule so that that LAN indexing job will run on that scheduled basis. For this particular demonstration, I'm just going to set that up as a on-demand indexing job, complete the job definition, and now we're actually ready to start to run that indexing job. Going over and sort on the jobs that I've defined on this particular machine for the many servers or many jobs that I want, be able to filter on that specific job. The LAN test job, go back here. LAN test job, being able to filter on that, select the job out of the job definitions, and now I can start that job running and hit the Run Now button and start the running of that job. As I mentioned previously, the length of time it's going to take to run that job really depends upon the type of data that you're running, the network you're running on, the type of job, whether it's a CIFS job or an NFS job or an NDMP job, and the server you're running on. Once that indexing is complete, we're now ready to be able to produce those profiling reports. Simply going over to the search interface, into the report screen, and starting to run those reports. So as I transition over here to my search interface, I'm going to select the reports tab. I can look at the locations that I have indexed already, and I can either select an individual location to run a report on or run my report across all the data that I've indexed across my network. So being able to now start to produce those data profiling reports within minutes of that LAN indexing completing. So the results, now I'm going to run the reports and generate those summary reports of that data. This happens to be a file type report, so it's all the files across all those shares in terms of the type of files, the size, the amount of data, and the file count. And these are the deduplicated data amounts. And being able to create an owner report, seeing the distribution of owners of that data across my network, and again, being the SID identifier is being resolved through Active Directory to their user names. Being able to produce a modification time report to see the distribution of dates, how old that data is across my network, and you get the idea that how I can create, how fast I can create those reports and start to understand in much more detail the type and age of the data across my network. Thank you.